Welcome to a Drop Tent Media production.
Hey, welcome to the Weekday Comics. I'm Dave Permiano.
And I'm Dan DeBriel, and we're here to shoot the shit and talk the news.
Christ almighty. I've never actually listened to our intro live. Fucking scared the hell out of me.
The camera started rolling a minute too late. You all missed. We're in our headphones today because we have a guest Skyping in, and you missed Dave jumping from the couch about a solid foot.
Why does thunder have to be our intro? That's terrifying.
I loved it.
Hey, that was fun. Hope you all had a shitty weekend, because if I did, why should anybody else have it?
That person's having a shitty weekend.
Tell those fucking New Yorkers to stop fucking with me too.
Dave has to process this drama right now before we introduce the guest. Dave, why was your weekend so bad?
I don't even want to talk about. Doc Rivers got fired. It's over with. The national tragedy is over with. Hopefully.
Yes, your Philadelphia 76ers.
I'm glad
themselves.
They did it on Mother's Day. I'm glad I took her out the Monday before, because I would have ruined her day too, just out of spite, if I had to go to dinner after that fucking game.
Well, I appreciate you coming in, picking yourself up, dusting
Yes.
yourself off. And
I'm excited about today.
Yeah, me too, because we have a very special guest. Dave, do you want to introduce the guest?
Sure. Live from New York, the streets of New York, literally. He is literally walking around. I hope he doesn't get hit by a fucking car doing this interview. Fucking hilarious comedian, Jad S.
What's up, folks? It's me, live from the Chinese part of New York City.
Man, we told him we were live. Don't go racial. No.
Just starts right off.
You're in Chinatown?
No, I'm in the Lower East Side, but close enough.
I was going to say, there is some bad driving going on behind you. So,
yeah, what was that beeping? Was that at you or?
Oh, no, I think people just beep up here.
Okay.
Like an expression of frustration.
Yeah. Well, you were comparing it to Philly drivers who just don't pay attention to red lights and things like that. So it's part of that rule following thing they do up there, right?
Yeah, up here, this is a city of laws.
City of
the rule
laws.
of law up here.
I don't think it would get all the. I don't think it would. That would be a destination to move if it was nicknamed the City of Laws.
The City of Laws.
They have so many, dude. I've gotten 3 parking tickets already, and I'm fighting every single one of them.
Jesus.
Although it is the city that is known for the law being broken up into 2 distinct groups: the police who investigate the crimes and the prosecutors who, whatever, Dick Wolf. I'm doing the Dick Wolf.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So Jad, this is cool because what you're doing now is like such a comic thing to do. It's like we here at the Weekday Comics, that's our deal. We're doing the majority of our comedy during the week, and you're doing like what the dream of comics like us is like, to be able to do like 4, even 5 open mics in one night. You're going from one to the other right now.
Yeah, right now this one just let out, and there's another one 3 blocks away that starts at 9.
How was the audience?
Pretty good, honestly. This one, it's Sesh comedy, folks. Here's some of them right now.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
They're funny dudes.
Very cool.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, I didn't get a good look at them. I don't want to insult anyone personally. So
You're just bringing your
I was
own
just
open
saying
mic
generic
bullshit
New
into
York. I wasn't saying about them as people.
Let's
New
enter,
York-
folks. We're going in.
Nice.
All right, hell yeah, here we go.
New York comedy is a lot of performing for other comics who won't lift their heads out of their notebooks.
Yeah, but to be
'Cause
fair,
they're
that's
writing.
also, that's also a lot of Philadelphia comedy.
But they're not doing comedy. They're changing the world. A lot of them. That's what
We
I
made
did.
it. Yeah, I just had to
Here
get my
we go.
backpack. I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay. You got to sign up. That's important at these mics. You got to get in. You got to get your name on that list. I totally understand.
Oh, you signed up? Sweet.
No. I just had left my bag in there. We're walking to the next one.
Oh, you went back. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
When did you start doing your mics? When was your first mic today?
My first mic was at 4 o'clock. Talked about the police biting off a man's penis. A police dog, I should say.
Oh,
Okay.
well, that's
Yeah. And y'all, I just
less
want to show
amusing.
New York City provides, dude. This is my bike, and someone has left me a staff. Look at this. How sweet is that?
Yeah, hey, you've been blessed.
I've been blessed, dude.
Wow.
I've been accepted by the immigrant community.
Just caught a piece of driftwood there.
Nice.
That's awesome. So yeah, how long are you going to be doing comedy for? You said you're going to do, you said this one coming up and then by the grace of God, another?
Yeah, the one true God. I think this one's at 9. It depends what time I get up because it's kind of random. And then there's a couple more in Brooklyn that I could hit. Or, folks, I could go home and drink and watch TV.
I mean, they all sound appealing to me.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
the temptress that taunts every open mic comedian.
Yeah.
You're knocking this out and a podcast. I'm usually tuckered out by the end of this.
Yeah, I don't do anything after this. I got tried to make a $5 movie like you. We tried to race home.
Yeah,
and see
I throw so
film.
many witticisms out there that I'm just spent afterward.
Yeah, you're like James Brown. They need to put a coat over your shoulders and like lead you away.
It's the same reason it takes me years to write a movie script. I write one good line. Oof.
Done.
That took a lot out of me.
Speaking of writing, Jad, while you do these mics, do you have like an overall strategy? Do you like hit and try to do as many as you can, like shotgun spread on your premises? Or do you try to like hammer like 1 or 2 jokes and really like sharpen them over these 4 or 5 mics?
Oh, dude, I'm a lunatic. I have a whiteboard that makes 0 sense where I plan. Literally, it's like different 5-minute sets. I run like 40 minutes of comedy a week. I just switch different 4 or 5-minute things.
Nice.
And
Yeah, you got like one of those trees. It's like 3 different options. If this gets a laugh, or
no, they're all chunks. They're all 3 and 5-minute chunks. So if I bomb, I'm like trapped in it.
Yeah.
I just have to live in there.
Yeah, I'm the same way with my shit. Is I really like to dig into a premise, and if I go for it and they don't like it, it's like, well, we're gonna have to live in this for the next 3 to 5 because I can't eject.
oh, see, I'm a
But I will-
committed. Yeah.
A good thing about being up here though, if you do want to just work on the same like 5 minutes, you can like really grind it down and get it tight as hell in just one night. Because you can, as opposed to Philly where it maybe takes a few weeks, to keep running it over and over again.
Yeah, you really, really get to. I feel like there's also like an exponential benefit of being able to do multiple sets in one night. Like I feel like you grow more on that second and third set than if you're just coming in cold, even every day, a new day every week. I think that you just learn a little more. It's like working out. I don't know.
Yeah, you figure out like little changes to jokes that work, and as long as you kind of make sure it's not the same people in the crowd, which is easier to do because there's 100 mics up here.
Yeah, it's really the grind up there.
So have you been booked for a nude set up there yet?
Dude,
I was on the computers, trying to find out how to pick up the phone when you called because Neil was upstairs doing whatever, and I saw that you did a nude show.
I crushed, dude. I had the biggest penis out of all the guys. Luckily for me,
Well,
there
that's
were
not
0 black dudes on the lineup.
Yeah,
My night.
Yeah.
I had the nicest penis. It was me. There was a half Indian kid on the show that I was worried about, but at the end.
For completely unrelated reasons, I would never do a naked show.
Yeah. But for the dick, I got the gut that hangs over. Yeah, you keep yourself in pretty good shape. You have that ethnicity thing going. I'm a fat Jew. I would. Fucking. No, that's
it. That must be way more vulnerable than even just like than even your most confessional stuff, right?
Well,
like it's got to be fucking strange.
No, I mean it's a bit like jumping into like a pool of cold water. Like you just show one guy your penis, and then it's like the world has seen it, and you don't have to worry anymore.
For me, it would be like jumping into cold water because it would be like really small and like tucked in.
Nice.
Yeah, that's crazy. How long have you been in New York? You were in Philly for a long time. I remember always being happy seeing you on a show or at a mic or something like that.
I was in Philly for like 5 years. I lived up here before Philly.
Did you start in New York?
No, thank God. It's fucking horrific. it's a really bad idea to start up here, but it's good if you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
No, I started in Philly, but I moved to Philly for that job I got fired from here. So I was like, fuck it, I'll go back.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons we were excited to have you on, because you have a real life story about the stakes of comedy, like what you gave up, like what you risked and lost to follow your dreams. You lost your job for it.
Yeah.
I'll
Sorry,
tell you,
yeah. Go on, sorry.
Oh, I mean, it didn't really feel like I was risking anything, to tell you the truth, because it's not like my boss follows me on Instagram and likes my act, so it was like just kind of out of nowhere that like some fucking some white lady executive saw this shit and freaked out.
So it was racial stuff? Was it racial stuff that, because you're not a dirty comic that I see, none of that. And then I came on her face, or what?
I mean, it was kind of everything. Like they were like disgusted by it. I got like a very funny sheet of all the jokes they hated and why.
That's amazing.
And it's the dumbest fucking document you've ever read. Like it's like they'll say like I made a joke about somebody got a pussy transplant, and they're like that's misogynistic. I'm like, how?
Yeah.
It's a miracle of medical science.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're just stating a fact, it can't be sexist.
Right. And if it's a premise that happened, like
I mean, these people, listen, it's NPR, dude. These people are basically the Taliban. Ideologically.
You heard it here. NPR is the Taliban.
I mean, the thing is, these people, you complain about like wokeness and stuff, and like, I know like extremists, dude. I was like a war correspondent before I did this. And it's like they have the same brain. It's just their shit is on the left, and it's the difference between them and ISIS is like ISIS isn't pussies.
ISIS commits to their shit.
100%.
No, I know what you mean. It's this very much this thing of like, if you don't have this ideological purity, if you don't agree with every single thing we say, even if your disagreement is born out of like respect, inquisitiveness, whatever, you are the enemy, and you might as well be exactly the same as the people that want to kill us. And it's very binary and black and white.
If you agree 99% of the time, they'll fucking throw you under a bus for 1%.
Right.
Yeah, the 1% difference, the one shade off from them is like enough to justify like any amount of cruelty. That's why I call them like extremists. Like these motherfuckers, they cut off my health insurance the same day. They fired me with no warning.
Right. Yeah, like ISIS will cut off your head, but they cut off your health care. Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking
same thing. Yeah, that's how you do it for pussies. That's right. that's just a beheading for pussies.
Right. They're just going to let something randomly kill you, and you're not going to be able to go to the doctor for it. Like that's just pussy beheading.
I wish it was that. The thing is, they know I have multiple sclerosis. I rely on like a $10,000 drug to walk.
Oh shit! I did not know that, and that's fucked up. Even more fucked up of them to do that. Like,
and it's sad for us that you're so much more active than us.
Yeah, you've walked more during this podcast than anyone that works on this podcast.
I fucking walked down the stairs to this podcast and complained about my knees.
Dan and Dave are both exhausted watching it.
I know. I've got a sweat just watching you.
I'm wondering if I can burn any calories this way. Like this works for me.
You know what? You guys might have MS, but you're just so inactive, it's hard to notice.
That's right.
But these motherfuckers, if they had any humanity, they would have been like, hey, you're suspended. Hey, if you stop, we'll do this. Or we got to fire you, but a couple of months. They cut that shit off. No warning. Same day. I needed a dose 2 days later. I called the people. They're like, yeah, it's $10,000. They cut off your health insurance.
Jesus.
And these are supposed to be the compassionate people. They're the fucking Taliban.
Yeah, I mean, and people are so... I mean, it bleeds over into anything about comedy too. Like when you're at, like in groups of people in front of audiences, everyone's going to laugh at that 99% of the things. And then if you touch on that 1% thing, God forbid, they were happy at laughing about everything else. But as soon as you veer onto that one thing, and it probably happened with this Karen lady too. She was probably fine with most of your shit. And then you had one joke that like resonated and made her feel like called out or something, and it just turns into this emotional hate. You see it all the time.
Was it jokes about your own ethnicity too? Was that
The
one?
thing is, they hated literally everything. Like we tried to get them to be like, hey, because we are fighting this. Like that's the one thing is like we're 100% like fighting this. There's a fucking union. Like they you know,
great.
They really they're kind of outside their rights to do what they did. But so we were trying to get them to be like, hey, what jokes and what offended you? What you know? And they were like, it's all. I'm kind of proud of this, honestly. They were like, it's disgusting. It's not only is it offensive, but it's disturbing and horrifying. And I'm like, please, I'm about to come. Relax.
Man, you're like the comedy John Morant. Okay. You waving those jokes around like a gun.
Yeah. It's also such a comedian thing to be in the meeting when they're telling you they hate all of your jokes and to kind of be like, but there was like one or two, right? Like there were like one or two that you laughed at. Yeah.
Part of me, I was fishing for compliments. I was like, all right.
How about the structure? Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you take out the racism, the way I constructed it was pretty good, right?
Right.
Like I subverted like your expectation before you got offended. Yeah.
Content aside, as a writer, right? Pretty goddamn good.
Did you like the delivery of the racism?
Yeah.
Was that good?
I did. I was like, did you enjoy the... I mean, I know I said the N-word, but consider the way I said it.
There's a craft. There's a tact to how it's delivered.
I like how you just say. If I were walking around on the streets, just say I would be whispering half the shit you say. Right?
Oh, dude, they don't know what race I am. I could have, if I would have started saying the N-word day one, they would have been like, he's mixed. That's fine.
Yeah,
could have gotten away with it.
Ambiguity right there.
You have the ambiguity where you could just own any slur. People would be like, I think he can say that.
Yeah, I'm an Italian Jew from Morocco, I think.
Oh wow, you almost
I
just
could
had
be,
me.
maybe.
Yeah, you threw that Morocco part in. It's like, wait, is he
Maybe,
just
I could be.
describing me? But with way better genetics.
Yeah.
MS
Yeah.
aside. But
Yeah,
no,
it's a bad
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
No, but I would, yeah.
But the cardio alone puts you ahead of Dave. So
Yeah, and then we've arrived, folks, at mic number 2. It's
all right.
this place, the the Black Cat, dude.
Okay.
Hell
Cool.
yes.
Hell yeah. What how long do you get at these places? I mean, I know it varies, but what are you doing? 5 minutes each?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, cool.
And then they have a
'Cause I-
couple that are like
someti-
3 minutes.
Yeah, sometimes they cut them down. Yeah. Is it all pay to play up there? Do they at least hide it behind like the conceit of like you have to buy a drink? What do they do?
No, I will say a lot of the ones in Brooklyn are free, especially in my neighborhood. I live in Bushwick. In Manhattan, a lot of them will be like $5 or like one item. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Some of them though, you gotta watch out. I did one where it was like $3 to perform plus buy an item, and the item was like the cheapest thing was like $7. And I was like, all right,
Yeah.
probably not gonna do this one.
For one mozzarella stick.
Yeah, it can be like that, like a $7 Diet Coke just to perform, and it's like,
I mean,
Yeah.
I've only paid for one, but they had the rule no notebooks out. So I thought that was a pretty good trade-off.
yeah, because you know at least they're at least gonna do like real shit or better shit than.
And then better shit. No, it was still pretty terrible. But
Yeah. I was gonna say I know plenty of people that can bomb without a notebook.
Yeah.
True, that's funny. But yeah.
Oh,
You have a question?
no, I thought you had. Okay.
No, Dave and I have never done
Live
a Skype
air,
episode
baby.
before. Yeah, so
Dead air, folks.
we got it. Dave and I aren't sure who's going to ask what question right now, but it's going to be Dave.
No, I like this is easily the longest I've talked to Jad. I like Jad because he keeps to himself for the most part. Yeah, to ask him to like be on this podcast, he had his headphones in, and I was like, it's like a cardinal rule: don't fucking talk to people when their headphones are in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I just face so much sexual harassment at these mics that I have to put in headphones.
I forgot about
Well,
that.
you are a comic, Jad, that like people will talk about. Like I am lazy and I generally don't go into Philly that often to do open mics. I'll go for shows and stuff. But people in the suburbs are constantly like your name just comes up like when they're talking about mics that they've been at. Like, oh, Jad was great. Jad crushed. He had this great bit that he's working on. And like that's like the ultimate compliment when like comedians are bringing you up to themselves when you're not around, you know? So, you know, you made the right jump to New York, I think. Cause like I said, if comics are talking about how great you are, man, try it, get up to the big show, you know?
No, they're
Yeah,
supposed
dude.
to be talking shit on him. That's when you know you.
I'm sure
When
they
wanna-
are.
When
I'm
they
sure
want
they
to
are.
tear you
Yeah.
down, that's. Yeah, yeah, he's funny on stage, but he's also he also steals.
Gotta
Yeah, that is another mark of
steals.
respect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if that's I think one of the benefits of being in a city like New York over a city like Philly, even though you're right, Jed, I think starting in New York might be more difficult, but like you have more opportunities, more venues to do shit where you're not going to be limited by anybody who is like that, who's like, oh, I think this person's great, so I'm going to hate them like insecurely.
No, I usually choose
No,
one.
here, I will say, so the Philly has like a weird comedy system in that I've not seen anywhere else, where it's like kind of like sort of merit based. Like when you go up in a lot of these mics, it's like if you kill, you get to go earlier, or if you've just been doing stand up a long time and you're friends with people, kind of hook up type thing. Yep. Here they don't have that.
Nope.
It's all list order or random, like kind of bucket full type stuff.
Yep.
So which do you prefer? Because
now that I'm good.
Now that you're good.
Now that I'm good, I prefer the Philly method.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it does kind of make it levels the playing field where like kind of anybody has a chance to do good up here, as opposed to like in Philly where it's like, all right, you're going up at 2 a.m. for 6 months.
Yep.
Well, it's because you're kind of a keep to yourself guy, unless that's just when I'm around, and I get that. So just like the not cozying up. Hey, because you usually go home afterward or go to a different mic. Not, hey, let's hang out till 2 a.m. You don't think that hurts you in Philly?
Oh yeah, dude, I'm like a super awkward dude.
I mean, that should be the basis of every comic.
I think a lot of really good comics have that. You know, there are a lot of good charming comics as well, but so many comics that you seem so confident and natural on stage. You know, I mean, so does Dave. But you know,
leave me out of this.
But yeah, it's a lot of us, myself included. We're just such awkward people, and like I think of myself as a weird hang. I don't know if I am or not, but I feel that way when I'm in a group of people. I'm like, oh, I'm the weird hang here. You know,
dude, it's horrific. I have like so super ridiculous social anxiety, and the thing that I've been like doing to force myself out of it is before when I was in Philly, I was taking comics up to New York. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna be in the car with this motherfucker for 2 hours. I have to talk to him.
Yeah,
I can't do
that. Now. I took a New York comic down. I did Jesse Dram's show. I took a kid down from Brooklyn. I was like, I'm gonna talk to this kid. I'm gonna have to force myself to do it.
Right, it's like friend speed dating almost.
Yeah, well, Jesse can dominate a conversation at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have him on the show eventually.
I would love
he
to
has
have
to
him
be
on
He has to be on though, so he's at the back of the line. But
if you desire a spot on this show,
yeah,
you get pushed back.
I said that in episode 2. Don't ask to be on. That'll only hurt you.
That is true.
But yeah, those road trips. I mean, if I'm doing did you drive or are you the passenger when in these rides?
Oh, I drive because I've been bringing Philly comics up to do the podcast. Even before I moved up there, I've been doing a podcast in Brooklyn with since like 2016.
Okay. Cool.
And so we just been bringing Philly comics up. We got Jamie Fitzpatrick coming up tomorrow.
Nice. Cool.
Tune in,
That's
folks.
Awesome. Hey, yeah. We'll do,
yeah, we'll get your plugs.
We get your plugs at the end, yeah. But I admire the hustle. That's the New York hustle right there. You're going to plug it as many times as you can.
But yeah, I force a third comic into the car if I'm taking a long drive with especially if I'm driving. I don't like doing two things at once. Yeah. Plus, there's the whole I have to stare this direction.
Yeah,
I'm not going to make good conversation. You two talk amongst yourselves. I'll have the radio on a hint so I can hear that. I don't have to hear you two.
That's very you. I feel like that people our age, it's the easiest way to meet people because, like you said, I'm not going to hang out at the bar late drinking. Very rarely am I in that mood. So it's like, especially with the people that are going to do that, usually like 25-year-old, 23-year-old comics. I don't know. I just don't have the energy, the stamina to keep up. So I'm just like, whatever. And I go home. But sitting on my ass in like a box that's moving towards a show or a podcast with someone else, it's a great idea. Yeah.
You make friends, and if you both crush, then it's like you know, it's like you're driving home high, you know. So it's like,
Yeah.
of course, if you both bomb, that hasn't happened, thank God. And it's you just drive home in silence with someone you
Yeah.
barely know. Yeah,
I've had that. It's nice because you get to do the bomb breakdown, like the dissection with a partner. So it kind of helps that, like, that little, like, it was you fucked up, you suck.
It's a
Because usually if you're with someone and you know that they're kind of good and you both bomb, there's a room component or something else going on too.
you don't get that thumb on Louise feeling of like,
Yeah,
all right,
a little bit of that.
we both suck at our craft.
This whole
Off the cliff, baby.
I'll tell you guys, there are rooms here. Like you gotta, there's so many weird rooms here that like sometimes you'll fall into a room where people are like howling, laughing at the weirdest dumbass shit, and then you go up and bomb, but you're like, all right, they were laughing at this fucking dumbass, like not even real joke shit 2 minutes ago. I'm gonna let this bomb slide. This is fine.
Yeah. And that's kind of the nice thing about being able to hit up so many other mics. Because if you really have that, you know, you walk away from a mic and it might be your one a night in Philly. And you're like, I know this joke deserved more than it got in this room. And I know I didn't fuck it up. You can just maybe hit another mic, do it the same, like do it again and try to be like, yeah, that was this alchemy of this room rather than me.
Do you,
Dude,
yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying I fucked up. I did this mic like one of the first mics I did when I moved up here, and I thought I was doing like A shit, stuff that crushes.
Yeah.
And they hated it, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, am I Hitler? Am I racist? Have I been gay this whole time?
But you mostly talk about your own race.
True.
So did
that. Yeah, that.
A quarter of his race.
Yeah, a quarter of his race, you're right. But by the one drop, by Hitler's own rules.
No, but then I just did it at I just did it at the fucking stand, and it crushed, and it's like, all right, I haven't been
And the stand,
another
I don't know what
day.
other room it was in, but the stand's a room, so when it kills in the room, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, one could have just been all comics and like their circle of friends, and then there's actual people at the stand.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I think it was just that. Yeah, it was like everybody there kind of knew everybody. It was like one of the Brooklyn weirdos, you know?
Yep.
But then tried in Manhattan, it's all nobody knows anybody. It's, you know,
a little more.
And it works.
Yeah, a little more on what you can do up there, what you can stand and deliver.
Do you like to rank laughs like I do? Like I'll tell a joke that bombs it, and I'll see a comic that I respect laughing. Just be like, all right, well, one of his laugh is worth a dozen of the rest of yours.
Oh yeah,
so,
this is true. Yeah, I do it racially.
I mean, there are, yeah, I like to point out the different types of laughter amongst the races.
Sure.
And that's why, yeah, black laughs matter. Sorry.
Yes.
More than most.
Because they're the best.
Yeah, 100%.
There's the jumping up and down, that's the peak.
Agreed.
There's the, hey yo, that's a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
I've seen it. If you ever get like a black dude to run out of the room, that's like
no, but I have a new comedy goal.
Yeah. To run. I've seen, yeah, I've gotten like the jump up out of the seat, like, yeah. Well,
I've walked a few. I mean, it's kind of like run out of the room.
Yeah, that was early. That was early before I knew the complete difference between racism and irony. Like you don't emphasize the right word, it's racist. But if you do, irony.
Yep.
Well, that's kind of like the sauce that gets lost when these HR people and these, you know, fucking suits digest comedy. They can't parse that it's like, no, actually, you did the racism in like a very artful way that made it more than that.
Here's what's truly bizarre about it is like they're not, you know, if you've been to my Instagram, it's like I'm not posting clips where I'm bombing. Like it's all stuff where like the room loves it.
Right.
And I bring it up to them. I'm like, hey, none of these people know who I am. These are just random drinking age Philadelphians laughing at all this shit. All races, all genders, whatever.
Yeah.
Like if I'm so bad, what are they? And they're just like
exactly.
Right, you're making a multiracial, multi-gender group of people come together in like a shared experience, and they're coming and saying like, no, that's such not a shared experience. You have to be terminated. It's like the proof is right there in the video.
I mean, it's like a very weird kind of arrogance where they edit out the laughter of the crowd. Like that shit, it doesn't fit their narrative of what something is, and so it just doesn't exist. It's just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see it online all the jokes with fucking millions of likes, and someone, no, this isn't funny. All right,
You're
Can't
just
people
bitching
say
about your TikTok again?
No. I've never gotten a million likes. I haven't sniffed a million
Oh,
likes.
so you had a million views once.
Billion
right?
views, way less. Like not even a
Exactly.
tenth.
That's fair.
Not even a tenth of the likes. But people have the. I guess it might be internet age. Have forgotten that they don't really matter, and also they think they've started thinking opinion is fact.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
And it's always
Well,
the
peop-
dumbest fucking people. But yeah.
Yeah. Shit. I think that must be a benefit of. I mean, Philly's kind of like this too, but New York, they're way more understanding of like it seems like when you're in comedy rooms at least of like when people are trying shit and they're taking swings at things and that there's a tone and a thing that's being attempted rather than the worst possible explanation of how you could intend something.
Yeah, I mean, I guess comics understand it, but I think
Yeah.
audience members don't really, especially
Yeah.
on the open mic level.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess you're
but
right about that.
it's just I think people, very deeply ideological people, they kind of like, I don't know, like they can't separate what someone says from what's in their heart. Like they're so hooked on like words and saying the
Yeah.
right thing the
Mhm.
right way. that when someone
Buzzword
says,
reactionary. That's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, they can't separate. They're like, okay, this, but he's, they can't conceptualize the idea of, oh, somebody is saying something because it's funny, not
Mhm.
because like, oh, this is how they truly feel about it, or this is like I have a whole joke. I'm trying not to keep plugging my shit, but I have a joke.
No,
It's on my
please
No,
do.
Instagram.
that's why you're here.
Yeah. You're here because your jokes are honestly some of the funniest, fucking incisive things. Like definitely audience members go watch Jad shit because his clips are amazing.
Well, there's this one, just to give you an example of like how they twisted this shit. It's at Jad Slay, JADSLAY on Instagram, and it's I think it's one of the top pinned ones. I'm not sure, but or maybe the thumbnail is like "Women of America" or something. And the whole point of the joke is that like, because I'm an Arab, I'm Muslim, so I have this other perspective of like how women are treated. And the whole point of the joke is that like, yeah, women are treated terribly in the Middle East, but on the other hand, here in the West, you have like these intense beauty standards that women have to conform to as they age. It's completely absurd and unfair. And I have this line in it that like in America, women have to be as beautiful as fuckable as possible until they're dead. And these, and it's the whole
Shout out
joke
to
is
Martha
like,
Stewart. Okay.
I mean, but the whole joke is like the punchline. I'll just give away the punchline. The punchline is like, I want to start a charity that helps older women move to Saudi Arabia to be free. Of like,
It's amazing.
Yeah, that's a great joke.
but then
Yeah.
these fucking white lady executives, they watch that and they're like, women have to be as beautiful as fuckable as possible until they're dead, and they're like, this is misogynistic content. Like they
Right.
completely,
Yeah.
they purposefully cannot understand that like
You're
that's
not
not
even
a serious
speaking.
statement.
Yeah. And you're not speaking as yourself. You're speaking from the perspective of someone else.
Right. And
Yeah.
you're actually taking a run at the system that these women are using to take offense through. Like it's weird because they're doing that thing where they make comedians philosophers, but then they don't even acknowledge that even if we were to say like you were doing it not just to be funny, but to take a run at these oppressive systems, you're actually on the right side of the issue. You're actually fighting for the same position that these women that got offended at you are on. And it's so strange.
insane.
Yeah, that's why they're buzzword reactionary. And
If they weren't such extremists, they would see that it's like a feminist point, is what I'm making. But they hear like as fuckable as possible until they're dead, and that like breaks their like, their ISIS brain. That's why I keep repeating stuff. That's what they remind me of.
all right, and not to sound not feminist myself, would I be correct when you talk about these women? I'm picturing just the biggest fucking trash pigs in the world, physically, not internally. I already know they're internally.
Boston Celtics fans.
Yeah, do they look like Boston Celtics fans?
No, I mean they just look like regular white ladies. I wish they had hunchbacks or something. I wish nothing but the worst for their bodies.
See, I pictured hunchbacks. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I get any chance I get to use the word trash pig, I'm going to take.
You'll take. I understand. It's a good word. You have a lot of great jokes about that. Like, I know you have a joke that, like, really, I won't give it away, but it really hilariously compares like sports fanaticism with this very strange sport that they play in Afghanistan. And you have this great like way of like, you don't even make it necessarily an overt part of your premise.
Wait, what's
Although
the sport in Afghanistan?
Chad, do you want to take that away? I don't.
Oh, it's Buzkashi, and the
Yeah.
whole point of that joke is like it's this wild thing where like it's a sport played with like the body of a goat, like the carcass of one, and it's just makes it look so barbaric and brutal. And then I'm like, well, what if Philadelphia had that kind of team? Like, how fucked would the fan base be? And then you bring up the fact that, like, you know, it wasn't in Afghanistan. They didn't eat like camel shit when their team won. That was in Philadelphia. Somebody ate horse shit when the Eagles won.
Wait, so what do they do with the dead goat? Is it like they use it like a soccer ball, or do they have a stick to hit it around with? Or
No, you got to scoop it up from horseback and fight a bunch of other dudes on horseback to throw it into a goal. It's very exciting.
wait, is it the whole goat, or is it like its head?
It's everything but its head.
How
Oh,
fucking?
what do
its
they
head
do with
off.
that? What do they do with the head? Just get rid of it, throw it in the trash?
I think they donate it to kindergarten.
It's got to be like a butterfly net then. This scoop it up with like something fucking huge. I
No,
have
they
to
just
see-
they just grab it.
Well, we have a new
can pick
destination
up-
for Doc
Yeah,
Rivers.
I mean, way to use all the parts of the animal, I guess.
Amazing.
Buscacci.
Buscacci. It's a great, and that is another great joke of your Jed. Because yeah, right. You're comparing fanaticism. You're like, we like to think that fanaticism is an exclusive thing of, you know, certain cultures. But yeah, Philly fans are worse.
Savages.
Yeah, complete
Yeah.
barbarians.
Take a stand, dude. Philly fans worse than the Taliban. All agreed.
Hell yeah. I mean, that works in Philly. I know it's working up in New York.
Nah,
Yeah.
if they didn't burn the city down after Sunday, they're fucking fair weather. So-
You were ready. You were ready to set some fires. I know.
There should have been some goats killed
Yeah.
out of anger,
I
not
was-
for sport.
I was disappointed after the Super Bowl. I saw nobody flipping cars, nothing. Just people walking home sad.
We've been
Take a
spoiled.
shit.
We've been spoiled by
I mean, yeah, in
success.
Europe they fucking murder refs for calls like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it must.
Yeah.
It's also because we had a Super Bowl recently.
That's what it
I'd like
is,
to think.
yeah.
Yeah, we burned the city down when we won.
Yeah.
I guess we
Yeah.
just have a dejected kick dust around with our heads down. I'd say we have Buscacci up on the thing.
Oh, we have Buscacci up. We're going to show some Buscacci.
I mean, people at home can. Oh, are you?
I'm just
No.
showing for you, buddy. Yeah, I don't need to bring it up. If
No,
you don't
no,
want
no,
To, but
I-
that's the goat. There you go.
I don't see. Wait.
This
Oh,
is
that's
the
the
actual.
fucking
That's
goat.
the goat.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I'll-
Wow, that thing is ragged. Do they not have
The goat.
like football? They have like 8 extra footballs ready to go because that goat's looking a little worn. I'd
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
There's the goat right
Yeah.
there.
we're having
And they
like
throw.
a goat Deflate-Gate situation
it
there.
I can't.
Deflate goat.
Deflate-Goat. Oh,
We
that's
have
our
an
episode title.
And you had an adorable moment where you said it at the same time. Jesus.
Oh, bones it. Oh.
Oh, good job.
All right.
Yeah, anyway, yeah, that's Buscacci. It's amazing.
Well, that's
Great
cool.
joke.
Buscacci.
Wait,
everybody.
oh, is that the goal in the middle? That giant donut?
Yeah.
It's not like a
No,
net.
it's
yeah.
like a Hawaiian like cake.
Sorry,
It looks
sorry,
like.
sorry.
Oh, it does look. It's delicious looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Anyway,
And when you add goat,
I just
Well,
had to
it's
pull it
even
up because people
tastier.
hear the joke and they almost don't believe Jad.
wait,
They
have
think,
I
Right.
eaten goat? I don't know
Yeah,
if I
I
have.
don't know if you have.
Yes, you have. You've had lamb. So you've had-
Lamb, goat. Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
Anyway,
Sorry.
sorry. Yeah, sorry. They
See?
got off on a
Alright.
tangent.
I told you we like to get sidetracked.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, but
actually,
look,
this is
I-
supposed. Oh, go ahead, Jed.
I hate,
He's gotta
I
go.
hate to take the most sidetrack, but my battery is about to die.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
all of doing this in the street, but,
It's
so I
all
gotta
good.
go. But
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
okay. Thank you.
Do you have
so
any
much
plugs
for
you
doing
want to
this.
throw?
Yeah,
Do you
throw the
have
plugs.
before you?
just go to my Instagram, Jad Slay, JADSLAY. If you want to come on my podcast, please come through. We'll yell at you and get drunk.
All right.
If you're ever in
I
New York,
like it.
anybody, any Philly comics, come on up.
Okay. Awesome.
I thought
Thank
that
you
was
so
just
much,
for
Jad.
us.
This was
Okay,
awesome.
yeah. Thank
right.
you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you rock, dude. Good luck tonight.
See ya.
Later.
Right on.
Boom.
Hey.
Hung
Hey.
up on him.
That was
Yeah.
awesome. Hung up on
Yeah, it's
him,
around the
right.
40-minute mark too. So
Yeah, it was perfect. His battery lasted perfectly.
Let's get into the news, people.
The news. Do
Oh,
the
do you have
cue
to-
the damn thing.
Yeah.
should I fuck?
here talking news. Shit, we're talking news. Talking news. We're here to shoot the shit and talk the news. Okay, we're back. Welcome to the news. Israel and Palestine agree to official ceasefire in Gaza, signing the Treaty of okay.
I get it.
Yeah.
My jokes fucking suck this week.
Well, that's okay.
Widow who penned grief book for kids is charged with husband's murder. Now she's in jail and her husband's dead, but on the plus side, their kid got over it really quickly.
I like that. I was so into doing my jokes. See, I like my jokes this week, and I was so into doing them, I forgot to do my little disclaimer. In fact, my mind like stuttered when I thought not to do it.
It's okay.
Dave and I do not. We definitely do not confer on these jokes. I don't know anything he's writing. He doesn't know anything I'm writing. If we have the same joke, we're going to have a joke off. And you, because Jad had to go, you, the audience members, get to write in and decide what joke you like better. And hopefully it'll be me.
It's happened once. There's literally been one online vote.
That's true. But maybe perhaps this will be the second. U.S. Representative George Santos arrested on federal criminal charges. Representative Santos says this is a distraction that has come at the worst time as he and his L.A. Lakers get ready to play the Denver Nuggets in Game 1. It's too easy.
I know, for reals. A dog named Buddy Holly wins Best in Show at Westminster, a first for his breed. It would also mark the first time that a Buddy Holly living to age 22 would be considered a long life.
Yeah, I like it. And it's a
Sweet.
Buddy Holly joke, too.
I mean, hey, I know what the kids like.
And we have an episode named Chubby Checker. We're really
That's true,
aiming for the Ethels and the Bettys. All right. Elon Musk announces he is stepping down as CEO of Twitter to resume his original focus of ruining his other companies.
There you go. Chicago gun violence study finds half of city's residents witness a shooting by age 40. It also needs to be pointed out that these numbers are slightly skewed because they could only find so few people who weren't murdered before they turned 40.
YouTuber Trevor Jacob admits to crashing airplane for views. Trevor should have known the only way to take a fiery wreck and turn it into a career is by making a sex tape with Ray J.
There you go. And we got a joke off.
All right.
Mine's more of an editorial piece, though.
Okay.
Where did it go? A YouTuber agrees to plead guilty to federal charge after intentionally crashing his plane for online views, DOJ says. Hopefully this triggers a movement where YouTubers use their platforms to make a positive societal change, like by staying on the plane in the future.
I like that. I think you might have that one. But
I don't know, if we put it on YouTube, you get the
vote
wins,
for me,
though.
YouTube. Yeah. White supremacist group Patriot Front marched through Washington, D.C. this weekend. A spokesperson for the group said more marches were planned, though they canceled one for Tuesday as their white supremacist leader was needed on his podcast.
Who could that be? Dolph Lundgren reveals secret 8-year cancer battle, how a second opinion saved his life. He wasn't very pleased with the first opinion, where the doctor just told him, if you die, you die.
Dr. Draco, the Russian doctor.
Were you fucking doing the Gargamel voice in the... no, wait.
No,
that's Inspector Gadgets.
No, well, yeah, it is.
But that's...
the hand, right?
Was
The
that his
claw.
name? The Hand?
Yeah, right? Hand, the claw.
This is
something
not
like
what
that.
I intended to do. I'm so
Anyway,
sorry. My mic was
you
off as
derailed
well.
Everything.
My mic was off.
It's okay. It's all right, Neil. You're fine. You're doing a great job. This was a challenging one, I think. So you're doing good. Philadelphia 76ers coach Doc Rivers has been fired after early playoff exit, which is unusual, as Philadelphians normally only fire their doc for refusing to prescribe them OxyContin.
Love it.
Thanks. I had that one in the chamber since we
man,
lost.
I never thought. Yeah, I knew. It didn't happen yesterday, so I was just ready to be in a clammy mood when we got here. But West Virginia basketball coach docked $1 million and suspended 3 games following inexcusable homophobic slur. Had he read the rules of conduct, he could have avoided all of this by using West Virginia's many excusable homophobic slurs.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Right on.
The U.S. Virgin Islands issued subpoena to Elon Musk in Jeffrey Epstein lawsuit, proving that sometimes the only thing that can stop a bad guy with an island is a good guy with an island.
Okay. Here's one that'll. Paul Walker's daughter Meadow honors her late father's legacy with Fast X cameo. Like most cameos and sharp turns when you're driving fast, it's described as blink and you miss it.
It's still funny. Paul Walker's death still funny. I don't know how, but it just gets funnier with every passing year.
I mean, if it was from any other movie franchise, it wouldn't have been as funny.
No, right.
But if you can't find the humor in the fucking Fast and Furious guy
Right.
dying in a car crash,
it was just meant
I'm
to be.
sorry,
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree.
it's like fucking Tom Holland tripping over a pumpkin.
Or like if he got bit by a spider and he died. Yeah, it would be great.
That's better. Damn it. I try to keep it with the enemy. But
That's okay,
the
I got it. Employee found dead in freezer of Louisiana Arby's. Apparently, this has not delayed Arby's plans to roll out their new sandwich, the Big Steve and Cheddar.
See, the article I had just had random woman. I didn't know it was an employee.
Yeah, it said employee.
In the last joke, I'm like, what did Jeremy Renner do to that snowplow?
Someone shot him with a bow and arrow from it. New FDA rule allows more gay and bisexual men to donate blood. This ruling was made due to there being a major shortage in the blood type AB fabulous.
Not only this is a joke off, Dave. Wow, is this a joke off? I don't know if they'll even be able to decide between these. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
FDA paves way for more gay and bisexual men to donate blood, starting with donors of the blood type A.
I think I like yours better.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
We're very in the same lane, though.
they are.
Extremely
I was
in
waiting
the
for
same
this to
lane.
happen.
They are both having the same fun, holding
Yeah.
hands, skipping down the
We,
street
we
together.
decided to play the same
I should have fucking
game.
done a snap with mine. You sold
Yeah.
yours better.
It was-
I think his the selling
performance?
Was, I don't know. That was a pretty good one. The
AB Fabulous. I think that's a
He
tie.
went-
I don't
he
even
went
think we
there.
put that one to a vote.
That's
That's
tough.
a
All
gem.
right. Yeah, that's just
That's
the
a
same
gem. We
joke.
both get points for that.
Nice.
Okay, go.
Who's up next?
Brittany Griner. Oh, did you want to focus on me
Davis,
first?
There we go.
Brittany Griner returns to court in first WNBA action since Russian detainment. She said it's been quite an adjustment going from an imprisonment where the whole world was watching to a game where no one is watching. Give a little this action. Out joke is
there
so
you go.
funny you spit on yourself
Oh, wow,
a little.
I
I
love
didn't.
that.
I
Laughing
want your
spit
I want
all
your.
over myself. Thank you.
I mean, I know these cameras aren't
Now your
fucking.
camera
that's
is-
okay.
Standard definition probably won't pick it
No.
up, but just being
That was
safe.
that
No,
was a
we're
great-
getting 8 frames a
I
second.
had a dangler the whole last episode.
Oh,
during
did
the
No
show, and
way,
it didn't
did
pop-
you?
It didn't pop up in any of the
I didn't
videos.
see it. I didn't notice. I'm not observant.
I put it on the table on the sly.
Yeah.
But
It's the
yeah.
problem with the beard. If things are sitting
This is
on
a
the
weird
surface of
news.
the beard, you can't feel them. So thank you, Dave. I appreciate you looking out for my sloppy mess of a self.
Mhm.
Glad to know.
Johnny Depp signs $20 million deal with Dior Cologne because if there's anyone that has to frequently mask unpleasant scents, it's Johnny.
Nice.
Very good. Very
Thank you.
good. Group agrees to buy Washington Commanders from Snyder family for a record $6 billion. It was a fair deal for both sides, which can rarely be said when one group moves into the land where the Redskins once resided.
That's good. It's a history joke.
Yeah,
It's a football and history joke.
I heard the wording, but I like the
It's-
overall premise.
I get you. Yeah.
yeah.
Sometimes it takes a little while to get to where you need to go, but it's worth it.
Most
I think
def,
it's
most
true,
def.
true on that one. Convicted cop I'm sorry, excuse me. Let me try that again. Convicted cop impersonator who raped woman during illegal traffic stop sentenced to life in prison. And his victim was advised by the court to brush up on what an actual breathalyzer looks like.
I don't even know if I could post that one. But
Oh,
fuck, it's so
please.
good. It's so good. Oh, you got actually, yeah, you were majorly accused of being a rape apologist this week.
Oh yes, I was. That's all right. It happens.
Because buzzword fucking reactionaries.
That's right.
Your
Yeah.
joke was clearly going after the raper, not the rapee.
This one, a little more murky, but hey, whatever.
That's way going after the rapee.
It's a little more murky.
But it's I always said if it's going to be if it's going to be a 7 on the offensive scale, it needs to be an 8 on the funny scale.
That's right. Go for big air.
Fuck yeah. South Carolina man sues police after being shot at 47 times during mental health crisis. The police in turn went and filed a lawsuit on their own against whoever was responsible for teaching them how to aim.
Okay. That's cute.
It's silly.
Peloton issues a recall telling customers to immediately stop using 2.2 million bikes. Peloton was not clear if they were referring to the million of Americans who only use their Peloton as a rack for dirty clothes.
I dig it.
Yeah, there's a perfect example. The little too many words to get to where I needed, but
sometimes
nobody uses their Peloton. That's fun.
I sure don't. California woman facing 4th DUI charge after refusing to leave Taco Bell drive-thru. 4th DUI usually comes with an extended jail sentence, which unfortunately for her, she'll now have to serve as she made her run to the wrong border.
Okay.
Too wordy.
Yeah, but I got it. But the premise is good. Where you're going with it is good. The author of a book about grieving a loved one's death has been charged with murdering her spouse, which means she will never write a sequel to One Husband, Two Husband, Dead Husband, Blue Husband.
You missed the joke off.
Wait, was that you did that as a joke?
That was the first one I did.
Oh, I must not have realized that I wrote a joke on that when you were doing that one.
Are you playing the sound?
That's okay.
No, I'm not. All right.
Well, your joke was probably better because I buried this one in the middle because I wasn't happy with it. So,
all right,
you win that one.
Sweet. We're tied.
Yeah,
okay,
that's right. We're tied.
OnlyFans star brawls with TikTok model at KSI's return press conference. She expects this fight to bring in a lot of money, but unfortunately, like most of her work, it'll probably end up leaked for someone for free on Reddit. I said that way out of order, but I realized it wasn't that funny when I was saying it anyway. So
yeah, I get it.
It's
not a clip.
Unlike you and Jad, I can quit in the middle of a premise.
You knew that one wasn't going to be a clip anyway. Yeah, fuck it.
Maybe that's the thing. If you miss a joke off, it's like a negative point. Or
no negative points. He can just get the point. He can just get the point.
You fucking
nice. It's like a
you fucking
point.
Yeah. You robbed us of
the
agree,
joy
of battle.
I agree.
You're like the fucking Sixers in the second half.
I didn't even realize that I had that joke in here until I read it.
I was throwing up numbers early like PJ Tucker.
All right, fuck it. Back in the game here. New York City passes ban on weight discrimination, causing advocates to break out in cheers, followed by 10 minutes of heavy breathing.
There you go. Eagles quarterback and Super Bowl veteran Jalen Hurts just earned a master's degree. With this news, the team went ahead and released him as Philly has no place for athletes who see things through to the end.
That's a bitter joke.
Sure
that is
was.
A hate-filled, bitter joke right there.
Yes,
I can hear
was.
the hate. I love it. New York City. No, I already did that one. Fuck it. I'm off today. Okay. The Memphis Grizzlies have suspended Ja Morant for second video of him wielding a gun in public. Morant claims this suspension violates our constitutional right to armed bears.
That's cute.
Yeah,
that was a cute one.
He's a grizzly.
I looked at that one for a while and I was like,
it took me a while to come up with that one.
That was good.
Thanks.
A Sherpa guide has scaled Mount Everest for the 26th time, tying an all-time record. And with just one more trip, he will hold the new world record after dethroning Jeffrey Dahmer for most people eaten.
Eat a lot of people.
You eat mountain climbing up in the mountains is where you do your most people eat.
I guess that's true. I never thought that.
I like it, yeah.
True, but I guess so.
Yeah.
You never make a fucking mountain climbing movie.
He said he
where
was
there's
getting up
fucking-
there. He didn't say he wasn't bringing lunch.
Yeah,
You know what I
true.
mean?
That's true. I never
Any-
thought of mountain climbing as
Any
the
mountain climbing
occupation you-
story interesting enough to make a movie about has cannibalism. Otherwise, who cares about
Who gives a
successfully
fuck?
climbing up and then down? Yeah.
And you ate nobody?
You don't
Who
fucking.
gives a
There's
shit?
no way you've been up there 26 times and haven't eaten someone.
Like,
That's
oh,
probably the reason.
I trained for 15 years. I finally climbed Mount Everest. Oh, did you eat anyone? No, who fucking cares?
Yeah, you didn't do it. I don't believe you.
Oh, so you tasted the forbidden meat?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. You know, because that's
Like
why
what?
they keep going back. Because
Yeah.
once you've tasted of flesh, you
Yeah.
can never go back.
I'm gonna open a restaurant of sorts at the top of Mount Everest.
It's acquired.
It's
It's
gonna be-
acquired.
All right,
Who's
fuck
up next?
it. Me.
Me.
trying to
So mad.
trying to maintain some order,
So
and I can't. We've lost it. Okay, Doyle Brunson, the godfather of poker, dies at 89 in Las Vegas. Poker players around the world will honor Brunson with a 24-hour vigil inside a casino, neglecting their families.
Right on. Oh, I didn't do mine. I took mine out. I think I could have won that one.
Probably.
Nah.
Okay.
Well, you didn't believe in yourself.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about it now. Burying him all in. He kept
Oh.
checking. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
So,
all in on the burial.
but he kept checking. I don't know. Yeah, you okay. We didn't have to do it. I probably could have just moved on. Village People singer demands Trump stop alleged unauthorized Macho Man shows. They were going to tell him to stay away from the YMCA too, but it appears that hasn't been an issue for quite some time now.
Yeah, he's fat.
He sure is. That's my pot meat kettle joke. I get. But
Well,
yeah.
yeah, hey, well, me too. I'll make fun of the fats. We can do that. They're,
Yeah.
you know, it's our thing. It's our thing. Planned Parenthood calls for an expansion of the Supreme Court, or at least the opportunity to suck Clarence Thomas out of it with a vacuum.
All right, last one from me. Miller Lite's feminist ad from March goes viral amid Bud Light backlash. After seeing the backlash both of these companies are facing, Coors Brewing Company has decided to bail out of their chase the warm taste of your best friend's cock with a cold, crisp Coors Light campaign.
I like it. I like it. I like that your throat got a little tired towards the end.
It's
of
true.
that one too.
I need a Coors Light.
Yeah.
We dried out his mouth real good for this
that's right.
segment.
That's right. All right, my last one. Florida rejects Holocaust education textbooks and clamp down on woke instruction. And to be fair, if any government knows about a mass relocation of Jews who are about to die, it's Florida.
Very
All right.
clever. Very
Yeah,
clever.
thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. This was good. This was fun. You had great jokes today.
Oh God, they were the worst.
I think you're being too critical. You had some bangers in there.
My twos are everyone else's tens. But what do you know?
Well, this was awesome. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the Skype episode, because we're gonna have some more coming up, I think.
I
Maybe not in the near future.
No, I want people
but-
here.
Yeah, me too.
They have
We're
to sit
generally
through,
gonna
if
try.
they have to sit through these shitty jokes, if we have to sit through them, they have to
They have
too.
to- yeah, that's true. Fair enough. We'll try to get them into the studio,
Yeah.
but when they're movers and shakers and
People who have
hustlers-
less going on in their life,
Yeah.
we have to set the bar lower.
Right. It's hard for us. It's hard for us to have so many people that are successful on this podcast. So we'll have to temper it. Maybe a couple solo episodes to wallow in our.
But I
own
got two
shit.
shows to plug this week, though.
Whoa. Okay. Well,
You know,
speaking
three less than he's doing on a
I
Tuesday
know.
night with a podcast appearance to just blow off time.
Yeah, to just kill time in between his sets. God damn it. Okay, well, let's do the plugs. What do you got going on this week, Dave?
Tomorrow, I will be once again competing for Iron Comic. I'm ready to lose,
You've been wanting to lose for like two.
but I can't phone it in. I'm a joke writing junkie. Yeah, I mean, I give my all, but it'd be
Yeah.
nice if they could put someone. It was close to a tie last time.
Who did you go against?
Will Gardner,
Okay.
but I prevailed. And then on Thursday, what White Horse Winery with fucking Neil and
No.
Adam and Brian Isley
Yep.
and some broad whose guest I don't remember her name.
Brian Isley,
Guess-
some broad. you know.
Guess what? Yeah, check out go over to dropton.com/events for all the dates and details for White Horse Winery.
And I mean, I guess I can wait. I'll do the Soul Joel's Late Show on January 3rd.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, January 3rd, June.
January
June, I was gonna
3rd.
say,
That's
they
a
really
really
book
advanced
out.
plug. Yeah.
Look out,
Hey,
2024.
you want the obviously based on all the plugs
That's
I've
why
thrown, you've got to get me way in.
You've been yelling 2024 at me for a bit. And I've been
Yeah.
wondering what it was. I thought it was about the election. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. So I will actually be at the Stress Factory in 2029, in
Nice.
April 17th.
That place isn't going to stay open.
Yeah,
until
that's true.
2020.
Yeah. No, I will be actually. You've heard of a joke off. Well, we have a show off because I'm on a show that's running opposite yours at the same time in another location. Thankfully, we're very far apart, so I don't think we'll be stealing audience from each other. The Animated Brewery, Animated Brewing. You are a friend of the show, Neil. We're going to get you on sometime.
Is that what I would call it?
Yeah,
Those
you've been on a
people
few times.
Those people made me miserable.
But the Animated Brewing Company is going to be having animated comedy, my show. We have Charles Baynard, Jim Kelly, and Dana Cheritonchik on, and myself as always. Maybe some special guest appearances by people. So come on out to that. And then on Saturday, I am the only comic on a day of music at a charity event called Brain Fest at the Broken Goblet Brewery. They are doing a charity for, I believe, the ALS Foundation or some sort of an ALS charity. And it is Brain Fest, where a bunch of rock bands and metal bands will be playing at the Broken Goblet Brewery. I will be your comedian. I should be up at 7 o'clock, and then I'm doing a second set at 10 o'clock. So come and see me do 2 sets in one day, and hopefully they don't hate me so much by the first set.
2 sets. You must feel like the luckiest man that has ever lived.
I think I am their trial comedian. Okay. I think depending on how my sets go, we'll see if they do if they do comedy in the future. So hopefully if the Broken Goblet Brewery starts having comics next year, it means I've done a good job. Sweet. And if they never do it again, well, that will be par for the course for the shows that I do. Yes, and that would be that's it for this week. I can plug my next week next week.
Neil.
Nice. Oh yeah. Keep it short again. Drop10.com/events for all the dates and details for Crowns of Creation in South Philadelphia and White Horse Winery in Hamilton, New Jersey, Autumn Lake Winery in Williamstown, New Jersey, and of course the Myers Brewing Company in Philadelphia. Right here. So come check those out, all those dates and details over there. And I am neilwood.com for all my stuff.
And obviously you want to go based on how excited he was to talk about them.
I just realized how much I have, you know what it was, man.
You're
And that's
so
really
busy.
that's really what drugged it.
It was the weight of success that was weighing
you.
The
amount of work
so
I have to
bookable
do
when you're the booker.
Yes, that's what I was just about to say. The amount of work it takes for me to pretend to look successful is what I was actually going to say. So yeah, it's good that you guys gave Jad all those compliments. So guys, this has been fun. I'm gonna end your podcast now.
All right. Thanks, Neil. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Oh, there we go. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Oh, man, that was we fucking landed that like Kerry Strug should have.
How you doing? This is Neil Wood from the Cult of Us podcast, speaking on behalf of Drop 10 Media Network, the network you're currently listening to. Make sure to check out all the other podcasts on the network. You can go to drop10.com to check them all out. Make sure to like, subscribe on everything that you see Drop 10 on. We appreciate it. Go to drop10.com now.
This has been a Drop 10 Media Production.